Hey everyone, I'm Roger Curtis, president at Michigan International Speedway. Thanks for joining us today. We're at Milliken State Park here on the Detroit River. Beautiful Pure Michigan, downtown Detroit. I have a very special guest, driver of the number 78 car, Martin Truex Jr. joined us to go fishing later.
Yeah, man.
But first we're gonna talk to the fans a little bit. You cool with that?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So you guys submitted some questions, and they're really awesome questions. But I want to start with one of my own.
Okay.
So Cole Pern, Canadian, has he made you do the poutine stuff yet? The French fries and the gravy?
Yeah.
You've done that?
I've had it.
Are you okay with that?
It's amazing. I mean, who wouldn't like that? Seriously? It's amazing.
All right, we're going to start carrying that at the racetrack then, just for all of our Canadians.
You probably should. They
That's
would
good.
really appreciate that.
All right.
Hey.
Hey. Well, Canada's right over there, so we can go get some poutine for Cole and take it back to him. Good. All right, so let's get serious with the questions that you all submitted. All right, Martin, if you could relive any moment during your career, what would it be and why?
Probably Homestead last year, just so we could redo it because we didn't.
Good answer.
We had a shot at a championship, and we didn't do a very good job. So that would be the one I'd do over.
Okay, that's a good answer. What about in the fishing world? Did you have a big one that got away?
The big one always gets away. Are you kidding me? Every time you lose it, you're like, "Oh, it was a monster." It's just the way it is.
But you've caught a few.
I've caught plenty of big fish, but
Okay.
I've actually lost bigger fish than I've ever caught, believe it or not. And that's a fact. I'm
That's
not just making it up. I'm
fish
serious.
story. All right. Oh, big change next year. How do you feel about Erik Jones coming on as a teammate?
I think it'll be good. I could talk about 20 minutes about the subject, but I mean, I think overall it's going to be a good thing. I think, certainly he's going to have a lot of smart people around him and a lot of information to pull from. But aside from that, I'm looking forward to working with him. I had a lot of veteran drivers help me along the way when I first came in, and I have not really had that chance to do that with younger drivers yet. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a different experience for me, and it should be a lot of fun. He's a good guy. He seems like a good guy, and obviously he's very talented.
Wow. So Martin Truex Jr., fisherman and mentor on your business card now.
Fisherman / race car driver teacher.
I like it. All right, Sherry's from Michigan, Brighton, and you guys spend a lot of time up here. What is your favorite part of Pure Michigan?
Definitely the fishing. Fishing on, I can't say.
No, you can't.
Just in general, I mean, I met Kevin Mandan years ago. He's the best bass fisherman ever, basically. And I remember him telling me about fishing up here, and it's just everywhere I go. It's like, man, this is awesome. So just the fishing is amazing.
I was shocked. We were talking earlier. You guys spend a lot of time up here. This is really like your kind of home away from home.
Yeah, I mean, usually at least 2 weeks a year, sometimes 3. So, with our schedule in the summertime, that's quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
I mean, the summertime up here is amazing. The weather's great. Like I said, the fishing's off the charts, so it makes for a good vacation.
Traverse City's a nice area. You go to any of the wineries?
I don't do wine. No, I do beer.
Okay. We have great beers here too.
I know, I do like those. You think I haven't tried them?
I did say that. I did say that. All right. What do you like to do during the off season besides fish and drink beer?
Well, in the off season it's usually too cold to fish, so that's when I hunt.
Ah.
So
nice.
Hunting's more wintertime, fishing more summertime, but do some hunting. I do race my RC boats that I build once in the wintertime, maybe twice.
Okay.
And really all season's about doing family stuff. Christmas is huge. Everybody loves that. So visiting families and doing that kind of stuff. Usually take a vacation, do some hunting. Actually go on a snowmobiling trip. I've been doing it for quite a few years now. That's a really fun time with some buddies.
Okay.
And actually we do a little ice fishing on that trip as well. So
Nice.
we actually do fish there. But off seasons go by really fast. So we just kind of like just bounce all over and do a lot of stuff. We do some work in between, with media stuff and getting ready for the season and all that. A little testing here and there. So we keep it pretty busy, but get some hobbies in at the same time.
Well, good. Where do you hunt? Out west?
I kind of go all over the place, really. It just depends on the year. I've got some property that I like to go to that we bought a few years ago, me and some buddies, and then sometimes I go on a few trips a year. I'm actually going to Colorado in September to do an elk archery hunt, so looking forward to that.
Nice. All right. What track do you want to win at the most?
It's always the next one. So I'm going to have to say Bristol, sorry. But Michigan is a close second after Bristol.
That's okay. That's fair. That's fair. I can understand that as a driver and a competitor. All right, what's the number one thing you have to do this season to win the championship?
Win Homestead.
Well, that's simple. All right,
Sounds
let me
easy.
ask this
Sounds
then.
easy.
So go back to the first question. What are you going to have to change to win Homestead this year then?
Well, I know we're going to have to change a lot, but we've already kind of done a lot of it. I think just being, at that point in the season, we didn't have the speed that the guys had we were racing against, and so I think that our whole program this year is obviously really strong.
Yep.
We've got a lot of resources to pull from, and I feel like with the speed we have now, we just got to keep working on that and keep focused on it, and hopefully we'll still have that edge when we get to Homestead.
All right. How do you get ready for a race? Take us through your day.
I basically sleep as late as I possibly can, and then eat breakfast, do what I got to do, go to the driver's meeting, and get ready to race. I mean, it's really simple. There's no routine. There's no I eat this or I listen to that, or I make sure I put my left sock on first and whatever. It's just I like to sleep in as late as possible and then do all the things I need to do.
So you're not like Michael Phelps and you get the headset on and listen to your tunes to get pumped up, or
when I put on my helmet, it's like flip a switch. So,
really?
Yeah. That's all I need to do. I mean, I could go right now. Like you said, we're racing 5 minutes. I'd be fine with it.
And put your helmet on and you're a different person.
Yeah.
Just like that. That's cool.
Like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Growing up, who was your favorite driver?
Well, I had two. My first was my dad, because he's the one who taught me everything I knew before I started driving it. Just I remember watching him, going to the track with him, and all it was awesome. So he was one of my heroes. And Dale Earnhardt on TV was my other guy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking earlier, you worked for your dad. He fished for clams, and you pulled the nets when you were younger.
Yeah, still do. Commercial fishing is our family business, commercial clamming, to be more specific. And in high school, I'd go out on the weekends to make some money during the summer. And it was kind of my summer job, I guess, most of the time when I was out of school, after I was probably 16 or so. And then when I was out of high school, when I graduated, I worked full-time for a year and a half or so. And pretty much learned that I got to get good at something else, because I don't want to be clamor the rest of my life.
Was that hard work?
It was tough. Summer times were fun, especially you made made good money as a kid. I mean, right out of high school, I was making good money, and that was great. But winter times were awful, cold, miserable, wet. Just you didn't want to be there at 3, 4 in the morning.
That's how early you go out.
Yeah, I mean, you worked however long it took to catch what you needed to catch, and it didn't matter as long as the weather was not, bad enough that it'd keep you from actually catching what you were after. You were out there. And so it was tough work for sure. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anything, but damn sure glad I'm driving race cars these days and not working the deck of a clam boat. So.
All right, what is the best advice that someone has ever given you?
Oh man, I've never really had anyone say just one thing. That's like, oh my God, changed your whole world. I think there's been a lot of things along the way. Just learning how to approach difficult situations, or I think honestly, I think you're constantly learning things that make you a better person, or smarter, or a better driver, or there's never been just one thing that's like flipped 180 that maybe changed anything the way I really do it.
So since you started racing, would you say you've matured more as a person that's helped your driving, or have you become more skilled at the actual what it takes to race?
I would say it's definitely a mixture of both.
Okay.
But I would say I'd have to lean towards learned more about life. That's made me a better racer.
Okay.
That side of it, just based on the things I've been through. I haven't had a smooth sailing type of career. It's been a lot of ups and downs, a lot of fighting, and a lot of battling, and just working your butt off all the time, and never giving up. So I would say on the personal side, I've learned a lot that has helped me along the way. But I've also learned a lot about cars and working with people, and driving techniques and styles, how you change things to make it better. So it's a bit of both. But
yeah.
the approach and the focus and the mental part of it is a big part of it, and I've gotten a lot better at that for sure.
Well, that's cool. All right. Who inspires you the most?
Probably Sherry the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Especially what she went, what she went through and just the way she faced it. That was just, you could never really imagine being in that position and facing it the way she did. So that was super impressive. And
2-year anniversary was just what, the other day?
2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah, we were on vacation and it was pretty cool just to think about it. Just like it seems like forever ago, but yet it seems like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's great that she's doing so good.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's very awesome. So, talk a little bit about your foundation, real quick if you can, and what you do, because I was reading about it. It's a pretty phenomenal deal.
Yeah, we started the Martin Truex Jr. Foundation. It's going on almost 9 years now, I think, and we've done a lot of different things throughout the years. When we started, it's always been centered around children. So when we started, we did a lot of different programs with, pediatric cancer, and there was, neglect and poverty and abused children. There was all different types of things, and we kind of just narrowed it down, and somehow, it became all focused around pediatric cancer, just because that's some reason we got drawn to that. And
very cool.
And it was kind of ironic that Sherry ended up, getting cancer, and now we're doing a lot with ovarian cancer as well as the pediatric side. So we had, we changed our logo. We made it a teal and gold ribbon, one for ovarian cancer, one for pediatric. So we've kind of been focused on that. But it's been a really fun process. It's been humbling. We've raised a lot of money over the years, thanks to all our fans out there. And NASCAR fans are the greatest. They support everything we do, and the other drivers in the community. I mean, we had Catwalk for a Cause is our big event now. It's a big fashion show that's become really popular. And I think we had 8 or 9 other drivers in it this year, so it just shows how much they participate in. So it's
awesome. It's
been fun over the years to do it. We've raised a ton of money. I don't know exactly the numbers, but it's a couple million, $3-4 million.
Wow.
We've helped build Seacrest Studios in the hospital in Charlotte. I helped build a wing on the hospital in my hometown.
I saw that.
We've done countless things. I mean, it's too much to list, but it's been a fun process, and you can be part of it.
Good job, Martin. All right, we're going to wrap up here. We got the 2-minute warnings. We're going to do rapid fire questions. First thing comes to your head. All right.
It's always scary.
All right. Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite food?
Seafood.
Favorite fishing hole?
Too many to list.
Hat or no hat?
Hat.
Favorite sport outside of NASCAR?
Football.
Biggest fish caught?
Sailfish.
Wow. Favorite animal?
White-tailed deer.
Favorite movie?
Too many to list.
All right. Favorite type of music?
I don't have a favorite.
Okay.
I like a lot of different kinds.
Okay. Soda or pop?
Soda.
Soda. All right. Worm or lure?
Both.
You're so neutral on this stuff.
I am.
Oh, all right. Are you superstitious?
No.
Okay. Favorite city?
Detroit.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Do you golf?
Not very well.
Favorite TV show?
Big Bang Theory.
Okay. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
What if strawberry was included?
Nah.
Okay. Smile or game face?
Both.
Okay. Fruit or vegetable?
Fruit.
Which fruit?
Cantaloupe.
Okay. Don't hear cantaloupe very often. Cantaloupe. Skydive or bungee jump?
Neither.
Would you scuba dive?
Yeah.
Okay. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A fireman.
Really?
I think it was that or an astronaut. I have a hard time remembering sometimes.
You kind of came close with race car driver.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
And I don't know where the fishing came in, but
That's cool.
must have been the clamming. It just turned into a recreation.
I like fishing.
All right. Cool. Well, that's it. Thanks, Martin. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you at the Pure Michigan 400 next weekend. Come out and see Martin win. Going to get him in Gatorade Victory Lane. Right now, we're going to go fishing. He's going to teach me a thing or two.
Tried to.